Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is OSL round of 16, a match between Shudder and GGplay. I already saw this match, I actually did a commentary on it, but I wasn't satisfied with it, so I'm going to take another shot at it. This is actually going to be a very interesting match. I hope you enjoy it. GGplay starting at the 9 o'clock position, and Shudder is at the 12 o'clock position in Teal. And really, I don't like this map very much, and not just because of the name. It's named Katrina, extremely inappropriate. Because it's supposed to be kind of emulating a hurricane. A little too soon, kind of inappropriate. But in the middle, it's kind of a mere focal point. So if you took one of the spawns and kind of shifted around the map 4 times around the center as kind of that spin point, that's how the map kind of plays out. It's mirrored across that central axis. Now, what I don't like about it, as far as actual gameplay, is there's a natural expansion that's basically protected. It's inside your base, but post that, there's not really any viable expansions that aren't in another spawn point. That makes it very difficult for Zerg. Zerg, really, if they're going to win games against opponents, they really need to basically be able to expand at least to one more expansion past, because their units, not super strong, they build in mass. So really what you need is you need to be able to out-resource your opponents. So I'm definitely predicting Zerg just not to do very well on this map at all. Additionally, I expect Terran to do disproportionately well even against Protoss players. Looks like Shudder's putting down that supply depot right against that map artifact. He might be planning on sealing his door. But basically, the ramps lead out right across kind of the ridge of the next player over. So if you end up in kind of spawning locations like we have with GGplay and Shudder right here, where he's kind of folding out into the opponent's base, what Shudder could do is just kind of put siege tanks on that ridge and shell him as he's coming out, if he's careless, basically, not paying attention to where his troops are moving. And really, I think that's a big advantage for Terran players if they just have spare siege tanks to kind of post out. Not that they usually do, but generally, though, it's more difficult for other players, in my opinion. It looks like Shudder going for a very early expansion, and GGplay is not going to see this, actually. He is going for his early expansion as well, which is pretty standard in Zerg play. But he sent his Overlord, he started sending it up to that 12 o'clock position, but they kind of pushed it over, and it's now going to the 6 o'clock expansion. It doesn't look like GGplay is going to scout. Instead, he's going for a 3rd hatchery. He's going to do a 3 hatchery build. This is actually the same build he did against Bisu, and he didn't play very well with it. And honestly, I've seen him do this a couple times, but usually I think he does better with the 2 hatch into tech build, simply because his Mutalisk harass, I think, is the best in the game. He is awesome with Mutalisks. Zerg's very good, and arguably equivalent, but really, just watch GGplay on any of his Mutalisk harass. I really feel that's what carried him in last season's OSL over Iris. And I think players know that. I think they know that GGplay has the best Mutalisk harass in the game, so they specifically try to build against that. And really, with this 3 hatch build, I'd prefer if he just went straight tech instead of doing 3 hatches. I'm not sure if he realized that Shudder went that early expansion and is responding this way. Looks like he's got that single gas going down and the spawning pool, so he's going to tech up from here. But yeah, you can see, wow, looks like a Marine was actually canceled there. Either that or it's hidden behind the building. No, it looks like he canceled a Marine to bring that SCV back in. But yeah, it looks like Shudder has sealed his front door. So if GGplay decides to go kind of mass infantry from this point, that could be very devastating. That would be extremely difficult for him to basically come back from. The first few Zerglings would be entirely a waste. And really, that 3rd hatchery isn't going to be doing a lot for him until basically it's kind of neutralized at this point. He can't take a lot of infantry and push it up. Honestly, when I used to play, which was a long time ago, competitively, against Terran players who were doing early expands like this, what I would do is I would take the opportunity to basically go right up to their base and build a hatchery right next to their base, because they just don't have the forces to kind of go out and stop it, and it puts them in a panic. It forces them to draw out, and really, if you just go up and play aggressive, I think that's the solution to going against that 2nd expansion. 2 factories going down for Shudder. That's an interesting maneuver. Shudder is not going for a standard biological build, that being Medic Marines Firebat, against GGplay. He's instead going for factories. GGplay is now upgrading the lair, and that's going to do a couple things. One, it's going to delay science vessels, and usually people don't go heavy metal versus Zerg simply because when you go heavy metal, they're very vulnerable to plague. And really, Firebats are kind of the the only Terran unit aside from siege tanks that can damage in Dark Swarm, and siege tanks obviously have that delay with building, so they're very vulnerable to Dark Swarm. So this is a very interesting maneuver by Shudder. He's deciding to go heavy metal, and my guess is he's probably knowing GGplay with his extremely aggressive Mutalisk harass. He's going to try to go Goliath quickly here, basically to try to deny that. It looks like he's upgrading. He might be upgrading siege tech or mines or something early right now, and bringing out 2 Marines now, only producing 2 Marines, and he's almost playing like he's playing against a Protoss. Single sunken hatchery, or sunken colony. Don't know why I want to call them hatcheries constantly. Sunken colony up. Evolution chamber down for GGplay, and it looks like, yeah, GGplay is in fact kind of building more for a long game infantry type build. And as you can see, you're kind of getting a view of that map. You're getting kind of the circular feel of it, and you're also kind of seeing how you have those exposed natural locations out there that are just hard to take for Zerg and hard to defend, in my opinion. And GGplay, I think he was expecting, he didn't get a very good spot. He didn't get in to Shudder's base, so he doesn't know that he's gone. Wow, 3rd factory going down for Shudder. He doesn't know that he went biological. So it looks he's sealing his front door, but really this is going to be a big advantage. Maybe he does know actually, and he just doesn't want those vultures doing any sort of harass in his base. Either way, this is effectively going to stop this attack upcoming. Those vultures are going to turn around as soon as they see those sunken colonies, and yes, in fact they are. And a second evolution chamber going down for GGplay, so that really suggests that he is going more kind of infantry, and you can see the surprise on GGplay's base. He saw those four vultures, spit it out, Diggity, and then his eyes kind of widened. He was like, vultures, he's going mechanical. Very much a surprise for him. That Spider's going up for GGplay now, and right now, basically Shudder's going to go out, make sure that GGplay did not expand while he had his front door locked. And you can see that armory up and Goliath being produced. So Shudder's going to have Goliath well in time for GGplay, and that's really going to minimize his Mutalisk harass, save some amazing kind of attack. And wow, GGplay opening up his front door, attacking the map artifact, and it looks like GGplay is going to go straight to Hive Tech, and that could be devastating for Shudder if he gets those defilers out with Plague, with Dark Swarm. It's very hard for Mechanical to fight that off. And really, that would be a brilliant maneuver for GGplay. He's got his Mutalisk up. Looks like he's going to move up and do the harass. Mines, attacking a couple of those mines at the front of the base. And really, that's not really effective against Zerg. Those mines, easily, you can just pull out a Zergling, easy cost. And here comes the Mutalisk harass. Manages to take out 3 SCVs there, 4 SCVs. And wow, GGplay doing a very good job. Those Goliaths are upgraded. You can see the Charon booster, the blue sparks, coming out of coming off their rockets, and he's just outmaneuvering these Goliaths, doing a very good job considering he is facing just a superior force. Still met. This is why GGplay, in my opinion, has the best Mutalisk harass in the game. You saw he just took out 8 or 9 SCVs, delayed the building of a building, but really, I've said this prior, that GGplay really plays up to the level of his Mutalisk harass, and it looks like that science facility now going up for Shudder, and GGplay well into his Hive Tech now, and we'll see how GGplay now reacts. If it looks like he's just going to send out a couple Zerglings to kind of clear the mines, and this could be very, very interesting. A lot of factories going down. And it looks like he's going to swing around for another attack, but I don't know how successful this is going to be again with all those Goliaths. Manages to get another SCV, another 2-3 SCVs, and yeah, he's just going to have to pull back. It looks like he's going to lose that Overlord there, though, kind of out of position, but that's not going to cost him too much at this point. And a lot of Zerglings out in the field just trying to clear the mines, it looks like. And now, really, GGplay, this is where it's hard for Zerg players. He hasn't won the game with a single 2 hatcheries. He needs to go out and expand, which is what he's doing right here. And as you can see, it's really hard to defend. That's basically where Shudder can just pour out forces. So GGplay has to flood out a lot of Zerglings to try to contend with these Vultures. And interestingly, GGplay is still dedicating to a lot of these Lings. Vultures are very good against Lings. They do that, I can't remember if it's explosive or concussive. I think it's concussive, but concussive damage basically only does full damage against small units. So Vulture's doing full damage against small units. They're really adept at fighting Zerglings. So maybe the Ultralisk Cavern going up for Shudder, or for GGplay, and that's going to be difficult for Shudder to counter with all of the Goliaths he has out. He only has Goliaths and Vultures, so we'll see if he's able to combat that. I'm surprised we don't see a Defiler Mound going down for GGplay. It's a little bit difficult on this map, simply again because he can't expand, he can't get that extra gas, he can't really grab that natural expansion right there, and it looks like he's basically going to send